Welcome to Idiots on the Road, where cars, chaos, and comedy collide. From shocking crashes to funny street moments, we bring you the wild side of driving. Stay tuned, because every second here keeps you hooked. You might laugh at a runaway tire, but this shocking clip proves that a moment of road comedy can instantly turn into a full-scale disaster. This biker's close call with the angel of death is a powerful reminder that on the road, a truck's size and momentum demand respect and plenty of space. Was this for a video, for revenge, or just for a laugh? This scene shows that the motive doesn't matter when a train's unstoppable force meets an immovable object. This is what happens when power ignores caution. Fast wheels, tight corner, and a crash that writes its own lesson. A traffic light may be just a suggestion to some, but this catastrophic smash-up is a shocking reminder that patience is the only thing that keeps everyone safe. This is what happens when common sense takes a back seat. This overloaded truck struggle is a hilarious lesson in physics and weight distribution. There was no collision and no sharp turn. This truck's bizarre flip is a terrifying reminder that some road disasters come from nowhere and defy all logic. This driver's brutal final performance is a powerful reminder that on the asphalt, recklessness will flip your world upside down. These people were already in a desperate situation, but this terrifying footage shows how a lack of caution in the fog can turn one accident into an even bigger and more brutal disaster. This devastating collision is a shocking lesson in what happens when two impatient drivers turn a simple road into a high-speed demolition derby. In a rush to escape the traffic, this driver made a critical mistake, showing that when you're not patient, you might just open the door to instant karma. This truck driver was too impatient to back up safely, a brutal reminder that a moment of laziness can turn a simple U-turn into a costly hit-and-run disaster. This driver left his dump bed raised, a shocking reminder that a failure, read a double check can turn a routine drive into a street-level disaster. This truck's brutal hydraulic failure is a terrifying reminder that during unloading, a single mechanical failure can turn a safe place into a crush zone in an instant. This driver's refusal to slow down is a shocking reminder that speeding on a blind corner can lead to a brutal collision that no one walks away from. This tractor driver is either a master of chaos or has no idea what he's doing. But this hilarious footage proves that some people just weren't meant to have a set of keys. This gaping hole didn't appear overnight. When roads warn you with cracks, it's not decoration, it's danger. This clip is a lesson for you, EO. Challenging a truck head-on only ends with your loss. When ego meets engine, metal always wins. The only thing this driver was running from was their own attention, as their truck's final roll proves that when you aren't paying attention, the road will flip your world upside down. ICE doesn't care about your destination. It only cares about your attention. This driver's sudden U-turn was a gamble with their blind spot, proving that a failure to look back can turn a routine road into an instant disaster. This powerful machine was supposed to be the solution, but its sudden fall proves that even the biggest tools can be their own worst enemy. These drivers thought they had the right of way, but this devastating crash is a brutal reminder that a busy intersection demands respect and a moment of caution from everyone. This clip is a great lesson for you that tailgating isn't bravery. It's a countdown to disaster. Distance saves lives, not speed. This car was nothing more than a toy in the hands of a tornado. A chilling reminder that no matter what you're driving, you're always at the mercy of Mother Nature. Skipping a moment of caution costs dearly. This crash proves waiting isn't weakness, it's survival. This driver's lack of skill turned a simple parking job into a comedy of errors. When you don't wait at a traffic signal, you you can see a result just like this driver. This reckless towing isn't about speed. It's about a massive ego proving. When a car falls into an idiot's hands, the result is a guaranteed disaster for all to see. A friend in need is a friend indeed. This truck's rescue shows that a helping hand can get you out of any deep hole. When your load is bigger than your route, expect a public spectacle. When a truck challenges a steep road, the road usually wins. This is a painful reminder that when a truck driver makes a careless mistake, the entire neighborhood can lose power and be put in danger. A train doesn't swerve for your poor decisions, and this brutal footage is a painful reminder that trying to save a car from a speeding train is an impossible game. Once this truck lost its brakes, it turned into a runaway wrecking ball, showing that on a steep hill, a vehicle can be just as dangerous as any natural disaster. This truck's brutal moment of truth, that a narrow road has no room for arrogance, and an overloaded vehicle will always be a slave to gravity. A single misjudged lift sent the machine crashing. Mountain work demands focus, balance, and respect for weight. What do you think about this? Is this a joke, or is this driver an idiot? The car in the mud decided to team up against this driver, proving that a little bit of stupidity can lead to a face full of hilarious, watery regret. This driver's car was all set to dance, but it looks like it had a different move in mind. A hilarious, body-slamming faceplant that proves showboating always leads to a spectacular crash. This man running a race, but he didn't know he was in. This thief grabs her car in broad daylight. She tries everything, but frustration wins. This truck's tire decided to take a solo trip down the highway, proving that even a small piece of rubber can become a dangerous, fast-moving missile with a mind of its own. When the perfect song comes on the radio, you just have to pull over and dance like no one's watching, even if you're in the middle of a 5-lane highway. Blast on the road, get all safe. Small scare, big lesson. When you try to do the right thing, why does it all just flip on you? This is a perfect example of why you should never trust a friend with directions. This idiot's driver ride proves some drivers treat roads like stunt arenas, out of control and fearless. A blizzard's frozen takeover. When foolish drivers choose the wrong path on the road. This is a terrifying reminder that even when you're standing on the side of the road, you're never truly safe. One wrong move turned a simple unloading task into a massive, oily disaster. This truck driver decided to give the road a special delivery. A moment of carelessness with heavy machinery can be a life or death decision. This driver's impatience turned a simple traffic jam into a massive disaster, proving that when a container is stuck, forcing it is a costly and destructive mistake. That wasn't just a truck hitting a bridge. It was a devastating collision caused by a driver who ignored the most basic safety rule. Once a vehicle starts to slide on ice, there's no stopping it. This terrifying footage shows that a car's final destination can be a frozen ditch. The first two trucks were a perfect example of how to navigate a dangerous turn, but the third driver's lack of patience proved that a little bit of hurry can end in total chaos. When two cars decided to play a deadly game of chicken, the road got to decide the winner. The car driver had no warning before this massive tractor tire came out of nowhere, showing that on the road, an accident can come from a direction you never saw coming. Looks like this rickshaw had a very important meeting it couldn't be late for, proving that some vehicles just have a mind of their own and won't wait for their drivers. That wasn't just a truck hitting electrical wires. It was a devastating collision caused by a driver who ignored the most basic safety rule. This is a car wash or car crash. Icy roads and impatience are a perfect recipe for disaster. Love sunk faster than their boat that day.